Hi everyone, welcome back to Easy English with Rafi, and thank you so much for joining this channel again. And I hope all of you guys are doing great and learning this language in a great way. So today in this video we will talk about a very important thing, that is many of us, when we start learning this language as a beginner, we are getting confused with it, right? So how many vocabulary we should learn in order to speak like a fluent speaker, or many teachers, many English learners, they do suggest us that we should learn new vocabulary every single day. So in this video I will like kind of explain you, or I will teach you how exactly we should learn new vocabulary and how much vocabulary we need to learn in order to be able to speak fluently. Okay, so let's not waste any further time. Let's start the video. So the first thing which I want to talk about, and it is very important guys to understand, there is no such limits for learning vocabulary. You can learn as much as you want. More you will learn vocabulary, it will give you more benefits, that you have a wide range of vocabulary in your mind, and so you will not get stuck when you need some like some words to explain some situation. You will be able to explain yourself properly. So there is no such limits that this much of you can say vocabulary you need to learn in order to speak fluently. You can learn as much as you want. And if you're saying that as a beginner, like how much vocabulary we need to learn to start speaking English fluently, I think if you are finished your class 10th, and if you finished your class 12th, or if you finished your graduation, or if you did your masters or PhD, I think all of us, we have learned enough word already which can make us fluent speaker. But the challenge is only when we need those words in our mind. For example, we are talking somewhere, we are talking with some people, and we are trying to explain ourselves. We are thinking that sentence and that situation in our mind, but when we are trying to explain it in English, when we are trying to recall that word, but we are not able to recall it then and there, our mind goes blank, it got stuck. Sometimes like we are trying to find the alternative words or synonyms, but still we are not able to find the synonym as well. So all of a sudden in a conversation we are taking long pause, or we got stuck. So it does create some kind of awkwardness, like we started sounding like inconfident, right? And also it looks we are not confident enough, we are beginners and we are nervous. Once we got stuck, we get nervous, and once we started feeling nervous, then everything gonna be ruined now. Even if we have information in our mind and in our brain, we want to speak, but we won't be able to speak those like information or those things which we are about to say. We will get stuck a lot. Our mind will get will goes blank completely. So that's where the problem is. So now start talking about how to build up your vocabulary. Learning 20 words in a day, 50 words in a day, 100 words in a day, it's not that difficult, right? We can learn 50 words per day, and so within a week you're gonna learn so many like vocabulary. But the real challenge is not learning new vocabulary. It's not a challenge, it's not a problem, but remembering all the vocabulary which we have learned, that's the real challenge. That's why don't follow this kind of thing that you are learning 20 words in a day or 50 words in a week or like 100 words in a week. It will not work. But if you are learning only 5 words in a week, 10 word in a week, that is also more than enough. Because like if you are learning 10 word in a week, then you will be learning in a month 4 week, then 40 words in a month, and within a month you will be learning 40 different or new word. Then just imagine 2 months 80 words, 3 months 140 120 word. So like the more months goes, you will start learning so many different and new words in your like vocabs addition. So the thing is, like I'm explaining you how we should learn new vocabulary. So the first thing you should remember, that is our challenge is remembering that word in our memory cell. Our memory has two kind of cell: permanent cell or short-term cell. So we need to transfer those vocabulary from our short-term memory cell to our permanent memory cell. And how you are going to learn any new vocabs, I'm going to share these methods right now. The first thing, for example, you should listen a lot. In order to start speaking fluently, the first thing that you should start with, that is listening. More you listen, more you will get new words, new vocabulary in your mind, new English sentences in your mind. So listen too much, like listen a lot. And when you are listening something, and if you find that you have listened some words which you haven't heard it before, those words are completely new, then just take a note in your mobile notepad, or just a copy and a notebook, wherever you want. Just take a note, 2 to 3 simple words per day. If you're listening, I'm not going to say that every day you need to learn something, but like for example, while you are listening something, if you found any such words which you haven't heard it before, just note it down in your phone, in your notebook, in your diary, wherever you want. Just note it down and do one thing. And after, like for example, in a day you found 4 words, 2 words, 3 words, whatever it is, just like after finding those words, take a time. Now, like, give yourself time, and take some time and give yourself some times, and analyze those words. At first, find the meaning of those words, and find the context about those words, where we need to use those words and how we need to use those words. Just make 5 words in a day, and then do this analyzations process. Find the every word meaning and its synonyms, 2 3 synonyms, and also the meaning of that particular word, and the context, on which context we have to use those words, right? And after knowing all these 5 words, just give yourself 1 week. Don't just like rush for running more words, more vocabulary. No, don't do that. And what you do after learning 5 words, after you analyze that these 5 words, these words means this is the context, this is where we need to use this word. And then do one thing: when you are practicing, and whenever you are talking with someone over phone call, or with your speaking partner, or in some online platform, just create an environment intentionally so that you can use those words. Like when you are conversating with someone, when you are talking with someone, then do one thing, redirect your conversation in a way, or start speaking some situation, or just try to create some environment where you can use those words intentionally, so that your mind will try to find the ways to implement those words in your conversation. It will try to create a opportunity, try to create a situation where you can use those words. So your mind and your brain will work together, and this is gonna be very easy for you to remember those words for a longer period of time. And you have to do it for next at least 10 days. You have to use those words repeatedly every single day in your conversation, even if you are not able to recall them randomly, but just do it forcefully. Open your notebook, find those words, and use those words intentionally in your conversation for next 10 to 15 days. And this is how, once you start doing this practice for every new words, you are using every new words intentionally for your next 10 or 15 days in your conversation, then you will notice that by yourself, that all the words that you are started learning from today onwards or tomorrow onwards, you are not going to forget those words. That word will remain in your mind strongly. You will never gonna be forget those words very easily. So whenever you need those words again in future conversation, your brain or your mind will recall those words then and there. So this is the process basically, and please follow this process, whatever I have explained, and let me know whether it's working for you or not. So this is for today's video, guys, and I hope you guys like these methods. And if you feel that this video is helpful, please don't forget to share this video and like this video and comment down this video. And do let me know your problems. If you have any ongoing issues, and if you are facing some struggle in order to speak English fluently, then just let me know in the comment section. I will try to find, or I will try to create some videos according to your problem or according to your issues. So that's all for today's video, guys. Follow this method, and I hope that method which I explained, it will definitely gonna improve your vocabulary skills. You're gonna learn so many new vocabulary strongly, and it will gonna remain for your mind, in your mind, for longer period of time. So thank you so much for watching this video, guys, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. As and let's support each other and let's learn together. So I will see you in the next video. Till the time, be happy, stay healthy, keep learning, and Jai Hind.